130 pounds of pure vegan.
I love to eat.
Everybody want to know what gets the body if we don't eat our work. Who tell them no?
When you see me coming, don't watch my size. I just eat morning, noon, and night. When you see me coming, don't watch my size. I been eating all through my life. I just eat the finest, eat the lean. Eat from Jackie Back and I live this. Eat the finest, eat the lean. Eat from Barbados national team.
The bony man, he does eat so good. The bony man, he does eat real good. The bony man, he does eat so good. The bony man, he does eat real good.
Left hand in the air, right hand on your heart. I love to eat. Left hand in the air, right hand on your heart. I love to eat. Always up my penny, all that day. She come out the kitchen with a big, big plate.
Hello, everyone. This is Mrs. Har. Welcome to your second week of Unit 2. We're still talking nutrition and how to eat well. And this week, we're going to have a rather short week. Let me move forward here. So you only have the following items due because we have a 4-day weekend. So use this time wisely. If you are behind and need to make up any items, this week would be a great time after you complete your current work to go back and complete anything you might be missing. Now keep in mind, if you go back into past units and do the work there, you need to email me and let me know because it will stay as the grade you had before until you email me that I can go back manually and grade it and change it. And that goes for quizzes too. If you didn't finish one of our quizzes or tests earlier, if you take it after its due date, it'll revert to a 0 until I go back and manually change it. So just be aware of that. This would be a great week to make up anything if you do have any assignments that are missing and you want to make up your grade a little bit higher because it is only a 4-day week, but you have access to your courses 7 days this week, but you do not have to log in if you are all caught up in where you want to be, and you complete this on Friday and Monday. All staff is off, so staff will not be around. We will not be having our Monday live sessions. So this week, as you notice here, we do not have an MHTA and we don't have a discussion question. So you've got 2 quizzes and a test and just the food assignment. So pretty easy week for you. Hopefully you guys enjoy this light week. Okay, so this week we're still talking about eating smart and strategies. And last week we talked about all the different food groups and vitamins and minerals and what fats are and healthy fats. So this week we're kind of taking it another step and going, okay, so how do we really eat smart? We have the knowledge. How do we eat smart? Last week I left you with the idea, think color. Think color in your food, natural color of fruits and vegetables, not artificial colors, but think color in your food. So some suggestions in addition to thinking color is watch out for portion distortion. Know that usually your stomach's the size of usually your fist, so you don't want to be eating at one time usually too much more than that because then you stretch out your stomach. You also don't want to be going for long periods without eating because your body starts to wonder, hey, and this goes back to the caveman days, we always revert that. The body starts to go, oh my, I better store and hold on to the food they eat because we go for periods like 6, 8, 10 hours without eating. So your body starts to cling and it slows down your metabolism. Believe it or not, eating small, healthy meals throughout the day is so good for speeding up your metabolism. You know, do snacks in between meals. Don't let yourself go 6 hours during the day, 8 hours without eating. Do healthy snacks. It's a great time to get that color in. Fruits and vegetables, nuts, those are all wonderful, great snacks. So watch out for the portion distortion. Try to get your 5 a day in. That's your fruits and vegetables, which is really challenging. But if you make sure that every 2-3 hours you're taking a healthy snack, that'll really help. And I'm talking small, healthy snacks. You know, some grapes or a banana or an orange or some nuts. Those are great snacks in between your meals. Big suggestion. You cannot believe statistically what they show. People that skip breakfast overall tend to weigh more and have more trouble or more issues with their weight. So do not skip breakfast. I know a lot of you probably wake up and are not in the mood for breakfast. Even if you have a banana with some kind of either peanut butter or some kind of healthy nut butter on it or oatmeal, anything, make yourself, and believe it or not, start doing it for a couple weeks. You'll start getting up and looking forward to that breakfast. So don't skip breakfast. It's so important to jumpstart your metabolism. And then my last suggestion for you is water. Water. Try to consume as much water as you can. By the time you think you're thirsty, you're already to the point where you're a little bit dehydrated. So make sure you are drinking lots of water. Many times we're starting to feel sluggish or not feeling well. If we drink a glass of water, we feel better. A lot of times we think we're hungry, but if we have water, we feel better. So make sure you're doing water, or teas are great as well, herbal teas. So another thing we're talking about this week is the pyramid, and you guys have seen this over the years. In 2005, the U.S. Department of Agriculture, the USDA, released a food pyramid called the My Pyramid, which was designed to educate people about the dietary guidelines for Americans. And they were developed by the Department of Health and Human Services, as well as the U.S. Department of Agriculture, the USDA. And it was basically just to educate the general population. Well, every 5 years they change it, and they change how they want to look at it. So there's been lots of changes over the look of the pyramid and how they balance it. But just keep in mind, the majority of your items you really want to have, in this kind of order. Now, a lot of people kind of look at this and go, how does that really translate to my plate? So I like to look at it as, instead of my food pyramid, I like to look at my plate. Think of it like this. If you can get half your plate to be fruits and vegetables, wow, you're rocking it. That looks fabulous. Then have your grains be a big portion, and then proteins as well. And your grains, we're talking whole grain, or whole grains as much as possible, at least 50%. We don't want those white starches, and we don't want sugars as much. So whole grains, and then protein, we're talking lean proteins with very little fat if at all possible. And then of course dairy, we want to complement with our dairy. A lot of teenagers don't get enough milk. So that to me right there looks like an excellent meal. It's not always going to happen, but just kind of think of it that way. Some people, it's easier to look at the My Plate rather than think of the food pyramid. If you're thinking colors, if you're thinking limiting, especially those saturated fats, if you're thinking about trying to eat stuff in its natural state as much as possible, you're going to be on your way to a very healthy you. So quickly, some announcements for you. Conferences are tonight at the Ed Center from 5:30 until I think it's 7:30 or 8. So they're tonight at 5:30. I will be there. I'd love to see you guys if you come on in. Last night I did virtual conferences, and thank you for those of you that popped in and saw me. Your 6-week grades are due on Thursday, so that's your first 6-week official grades are due Thursday. Also keep in mind, since this is a short week, since you're off Friday and Monday officially from school, it's a great time to get caught up and, like I said, do any of that back work you may have not done before. So remember, this week there is not a discussion question, and there's not Mrs. Haar's takeaways. So this is the only live session you'll be watching, and I want you guys to have a wonderful week, and I'll leave you with our fun little song on eating.
Always a pure the agenda.
I love to eat.
Everybody wants to know what gets the body if we don't eat our work. Who tell them no?
When you see me coming, don't watch my size. I just eat morning, noon, and night. When you see me coming, don't watch my size. I been eating all through my life. I just eat the finest, eat the lean. Eat from Jackie Bar and I lean. Eat the finest, eat the lean. Eat from Barbie.